Well. Spider-Man here, double H, half for trying to stay alive. Been out of the game. I've been recouping. I've been recuperating. I have been gaining my strength to ride through. Guys, the meal is going to be coming very soon. I've got the meal in the oven right now. I've got my plant-based burgers. I've got my and I've got my stuff. So the meal will be coming soon. So the meal is right now in the oven. So I'm gonna just take a few. We're just gonna talk. We're gonna talk, and then afterwards we're gonna get the meal, and we're gonna talk even more. So I don't do celebrations. I don't. But I think that as much as I don't do celebrations because celebrations are for losers, I'm not a loser. I'm a winner. It is always good to a milestone. And I think the 20,000 membership milestone is something that does deserve some acknowledgement, something that deserves a meal, that deserves a little bit of a reaction to. So that's what we're going to do, because you know what? With Football Hot, as I said again, the motto is the home of football analysis, the home of football in truth, the home of the sexiest, best football analyst in the world. Because again, it's not me being arrogant or so forth. I just am. I am the best at this. I'm the most entertaining. I am the most informative, and I am the most on point. I'm the swaggiest, sassiest football analyst that exists on planet Earth. Always has been, always will be for the rest of an end of time. So it is what it is, and I just this is definitely a thank you to the bricks, the haters, the losers, the hype merchants, that moron just besting who is still obsessed with that loser Neymar. Shout out to all of you people. Shout out to all of you people. I mean, shout out to all of the super chats guys out there, man. The guys sending in those super chats, because that is how we keep this thing alive, man. Your donations is what can make this viable, man. It's what can make this viable. And I just think that those people who subscribe, because this is what subscribers are about. So a subscriber isn't just a subscriber. When you subscribe to the Full Halt, that means you're subscribing to the truth. Because that is what we're now going towards, and that is what we're spreading. We're spreading two things. We're spreading content crack and footballing truth. Those are the two things. Hashtag content crack, hashtag footballing truth. Those are the two things that we're spreading. And ever since 2010, I said that I began this journey. I said because I feel that nobody else is doing it. Everybody wants to pose. They want to be cool. They want to do stuff. So, no, I cannot be a club merchant. Yes, I'm a complex Chelsea fan, but there needs to be a voice. There needs to be a voice out there that is not the BBC, that is not ESPN, that is not Sky. There needs to be a voice that just tells you the hardcore truth, whether you like it or not. And I feel that I've known this sport has been in my blood ever since I came out of the womb. I cannot remember the time when I was not in love with football. I've been in love with football ever since I can remember. And I feel that it is my duty, based on my vast knowledge and my passion for the sport, to spread the love and to spread the footballing truth. Because I care about the sport so much, I have to. It is a duty. It is a need for me to spread that T-root. So that's how I was doing, and I just think the journey of the content crack and footballing truth must still continue. Well, I told you, I've tried to quit so many times. I've tried to go into different things and so, because I'm a very random guy. I'm all around, man. I'm like Spidey, But yeah, the 20,000 milestone, it's two things. It's definitely something to be like, oh wow, it's thankful for the guys who've sold, but it's also another thing as well. It shows that the movement is real. 20,000 shows you that the movement is real, that people are ready to be blessed and baptized by the content crack. People need the HH half of, and I told you, the CL begins next week. And Saturday's going to pop off. Because I think one of the biggest things was, the biggest mistake that the system made was allowing your boy to go live. Because when your boy was doing those offline vids, it was like, okay, the truth is out there, but the truth ain't live. The truth is in life. So that's what we can sort of administer the crack. But once the crack is live, and you can see me right now, I'm interacting with you right now. I'm doing this right now to you. This is fully live. You can fully interact with the kid. Once the streets can interact with the kid, it is difficult to the truth. So that's what your boy HH is here to do. That's what your boy Halfop is here to do. And I think over the next hour, we're gonna be looking at Liverpool, Everton. I wanna dive into that whole Merseyside derby. I might invite some folks to try and talk about that. I may even talk about Maguire. If Red Devil is going to pop off, I'm going to talk about Maguire. And also want to talk about the whole Golden Boy Award. I want to talk about that Golden Boy Award because I think that award is going to be very, very dicey. So I may have to excuse myself very briefly to get my meal because right now my meal is in the oven. It's in the oven right now. And I don't want my meal to get, but I told you, we're only with 2 burgers, some wedges, and I'm going to ride in with a Ribena. And that's my meal. I always talk about my meal, and I need the meal from y'all guys as well, man. Need meal from you guys as well, man. So it's pretty. I told you, nobody. You can't exist. Even people that are pissed off with the stuff I gave you. That's why it's called content crack. Content. You cannot deny that content crack. You cannot deny that content crack. It's impossible. You cannot deny that for the content crack. The content crack is needed. It is absolutely needed, 100% needed, man. Respect to the Brick Academy. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Congrats on 20,000 subs. Thank you, man. Thank you. No. Thank you for the love, man. Thank you for the love, man. 50. No, man. No, look, as I said again, the next one is the road to 50K and 60, 70K, man. What's this? Chick fries, salad and ginger ale. Nice one. I'm not a big fan of ginger ale, but it is what it is. So what's everyone having? What's everybody having? I want to know everyone's meals. I want to know everyone's meals so that we can get into some content crack over the next hour. So what's everyone's meals happening? I'm taking Golden One. I want to also delve into the Milan derby. I'll delve into that today, and I will delve into it tomorrow as well because the Milan derby is big. You see, because look, this is probably one of the best times for the Milan derby. It's one of the best things for the Milan derby because AC Milan are saying what's up. So Inter are one of the title favorites and Thingy are saying what's up. So once you combine those things together, it makes things just slightly, little bit more interesting. It just makes these things slightly a bit more interesting, man. Whoa. Eba with stew and chicken. God damn. Okay. Someone is saying what's up. But look, when I said again, this is a celebratory stream, and I think that's why moving forward, just so guys know, moving forward, we're definitely gonna it's really about really fully getting these streams together because I think, for a long time it was offline. So right now, whenever you go, so 2 things, whenever you go into the YouTube channel, you will always see stuff that are scheduled many weeks in advance. So, every Saturday, 10 p.m., we ride. Sunday, 11 p.m., we ride. And small sale nights, we ride. Big matches, we ride. Any kind of thing, we're gonna rain. But as long as you're just on the YouTube channel, everything is scheduled, everything's there for you, so you can put in the bell, put in the whole thing, and make sure that you're putting it into your diaries 100%, so you're ready for that content crack cocaine. You're ready for that content crack cocaine. And also as well, the website is popping off. Remember, guys, halfhopefootballhot.com. That is the website, halfhopefootballhot.com, which is updated daily. So daily brick updates, daily brick assessments, daily rankings updates, daily rankings focuses, daily polls, all on the Half Hope Football Hot official website. There it is right there. So every time you wake up, you log into that site. You vote on the poll, You check out the rankings for focuses. You check out the brick assessments. So you get your football supplements and you go into the Hall of Fame. So who's the Legends focus for right now? Because every single day we're gonna give you that crack. Football Hall, we're expanding. We're expanding and we're dropping a very interesting video tomorrow. Some of the members have already seen the video, so members don't give the surprise away. Members have seen the vid. That will be drops tomorrow. So members, keep it on the hush hush. Keep it on the hush hush out there. Keep it on the hush hush. But yeah, look, Saturday is a huge day, and as I said to people, like I have never really seen a Saturday like this in a long time. That's the thing. So, shout out to your boy Danny Jones Ortega, man. Thank you, bro. We're gonna pop those bottles down. Pop those bottles down. Yes, we're gonna pop those bottles down. Thank you, man. Well, we might try and pop a bottle. We'll go the whole Tennessee honey up in this piece. So we'll try, man. But Danny Jones, merci beaucoup. But yeah, look, man. Saturday is gonna be tough. It's gonna be hard to realize what do I watch, what do I not watch, because as I said again, we've got the Merseyside derby, we've got the Milan derby, we've also got Maguire playing again, we've got Man City against Arsenal, and we've got the debut of the Edge. The debut of the Edge, which I told you it's big. I don't care when it says 3 p.m. Saturday is the debut of the Edge, and I'm saying nothing. Because I know that when I talked, we also happened to Sad. We all know what happened to Hazard. And yes, a quick update on Hazard. He is now going to be missing from El Clasico. Yes, he's not going to be missing from El Clasico, which completely sucks. So guys, remember, if anybody's new here, hit that subscribe. This is the kid. Hit that sub button, like the vid. Like the vid, hit that sub button. Hit that sub button, like the vid. Hit that sub button, like the vid. So before I get my food, before I get my meal, and that's where we'll now go into the whole Liverpool Everton kind of preview and discussion. So before I get my meal, when did you guys start to watch football? What was the first football hot vid you guys saw? I wanna get a few stories. I'm looking. What was the first football hot vid you saw of the kid? That's what I want to know. The first football hot vid you saw of the kid. Let's take a few stories, and then I'll get my meal, and then we can then get into this whole show talking about Liverpool against Everton, man. Super chat here from Newski, bro. Salutes you, man. Congrats. Keep it up. Your content is unique and has its own style. Bro, that's what I've always tried to do. That's what I've always tried to do. Is I've always tried to create something that is unique and is different out there. And my main thing is I want to entertain the kids. It's always for the kids. I always want to entertain the kids, man. 2016 Euro final. Yes, because I didn't do the 2012 Euro final because I was pissed off. Because of the 2012 Euro final. But yes, the 2016 Euro final. Yeah, that was Portugal against Thingy. And yeah. That was because I always said that Portugal, who knows, they have a chance. And that I was shocked. I remember, I watched it at a pub near my crib, near my house. I watched it at the pub near my house. And when Ede scored that goal, I was like, no way, this guy's going to. Because once Cristiano got off injured, I was like, France have won. They've won. It's over. Then when Ede scored that goal, I was like, because the goal, it came out of nowhere. I was like, there's no way these guys are going to lose at their crib to Portugal. But they say the rest is history, man. 2016 PSG Barca. So that was a miracle at Camp Nou. 2016 PSG Barca. What was the score there? Or do you mean 2017? I don't think they played in 2016. I don't think they played in 2016. Yeah, no, a lot of people 7-1. Yeah, 7-1 Brazil. Yep. 7-1 Brazil. Yep, that was the one. That was the one, man. That was, like, as I said again, it is the most infamous match in history. I recently watched highlights of it because I did it for a Patron vid, man. And yeah, that 7-1 thing was like, and that was my genuine reaction to it. Because for the first 2 minutes, I didn't even know what to say. Because I was so in shock by what happened. I was like, I can't, because there's nothing. How do you analyze 7-1? Oh, like this. there's nothing to analyze after someone got flipping colonized at their crib. Um, First video was Man City versus Liverpool 2018. 2018. Which I can't remember how what one was that, because Jan, I think what's it called, Jan 12 or something. The 2019 one was the one where Liverpool were like far ahead, but then they then lost it by a point. So I think you mean the CL. The CL, yes, the CL game. I think it was the CL game. Um, it was a CL game. It was the CL game. The 6-1, the 6-1. Um, First video was UCL final 2014, but didn't start watching regularly until the 2018 World Cup. I told you because I think what happens is that people just know that whenever it's World Cup, Euros, Nations Cup, Champions League, we pop off. We pop off. I mean, everyone knows that we pop off. Come CL nights, which is why, man, we needed the Euros, man. We needed the Euros. We needed the Euros, man. So I just hopefully, COVID, you prick. COVID, you absolute bastard. COVID, I hate you. COVID, you have no friends. You have no friends, COVID. Hopefully, it can be put away, man. Yeah, Blue Line Stevie, yes. And I need to do another collab with that guy, man. I need to do another collab with my dear man, right? Really good guy, man. Really good guy. So I think he's on first video City. First video City was a Chelsea last year. Oh, was that? Yes. The November 2019. November 2019. Oh yes. I think I know that one. Yeah. El Clasico 2017. No, look, man. It's it's so funny just how much of these different videos that you guys caught me on. But yeah, I think because the thing about it is that over the last kinds of the weeks, months, or so forth, I think it's I've now been able to get into a much more of a consistent view and a much more consistent kind of thing, and which is why I just said that's why we have the schedules. So once the schedules are out there, like boy, boom. And the live shows have been so helpful because you know that no matter what, at this time, this is what's going to pop off. So you can plan your life ahead. Mo, thank you, bro. But I'm no break. I'm no break, man. I'm that dude. I'm no break. Okay, guys. So we're gonna take a 2 minute break. 2 minutes break. I'm gonna get my drink and my meal, and I want you guys to also get your meals. So if you don't have a meal and drink, get your meal and drink because we're not gonna pop off. We're gonna pop off, and we're gonna now take this thing to the next level because we're gonna in depth talk about the Merseyside derby, Everton against Liverpool. So I'm going to take a break for a few minutes, talk amongst yourselves. If you need to get a meal, get a drink, get yourself ready, and there you go. Shout out to Mr. Danny Henkel, thank you for the super chats. I'm buying you an escort for your birthday. Danny Henkel, buy me a wife who can cook. Please buy me a wife who can do it. My escort days are far behind me. Please get me a wife. I need a nice, loving, wholesome wife. Please. Who won't cheat on me? So guys, let me get my meal. I'll be back. 2 minutes break, and then we can then pop off with some Liverpool Everton talk and then Golden Boy, Young Boy Award talk, man. So I'll be back in 2 minutes. Pop. Pop, pop, pop. We're here, 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 we're live, 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 we're live. So let's first do the meal presentation and then we can then get into some discussions. Plant-based burgers, cheese, mustard, and some black pepper. Wedges. Wedges must always have wedges, must always have wedges. And Ribena. Ribena. The fruit of life. One last thing. Oops. Must always have this. This is critical to your life. Nando's peri peri sauce. Nando's peri peri sauce. This is how we live and so forth. We always must have this Nando's peri peri sauce. So I'm going to put some in my burger like so. Let's do that. Just a twinge. Just a twinge. Just a twinge. Let's go. Woo! Oh yeah, baby. Just a twinge. Just a twinge. Just a twinge. Oh my gosh. Oh yes. And just on my chips. Oh my god. Oh, ooh. Guys, we're in like flame. So, it's time for us to roll through. So again, 20,000 subs, man. Just as a last round of man. As I said again, I started off this whole football channel with the intention of being a footballing voice and an interesting, dynamic, entertaining, informative footballing voice, and I felt that. I think, it's great what fan channels do, and I'm definitely in support of what fan channels do, but I've always said that I have always been more of a football fan than a fan of any one team. Like, football has always been my passion. So yes, Chelsea are my team. They've been my team since the Dennis Wise, Michael Dewberry, John Franco Zola days. So it is what it is. So once that's a team, it can never change. So that's why I say I'm a complex Chelsea fan, because there's just some issues I've had. But Chelsea has always been Chelsea since the mid-90s. But to comment on football, the legends of the game, the rules of the game, the different individuals of the game, the beauty of the game, the tactics of the game. I told you, I don't know whether you guys do this. Maybe I'm alone into this. Maybe I'm weird. Maybe I'm weird, but it is what it is. I'm not the most normal regular guy out there. I daydream about football. I have daydreams about football. I think about matches. I daydream about being a coach. I daydream about being a manager. Like, one of my dreams, ever since I was young, was to be like a manager, like a Big Ten manager, like in a Champions League game, and I'm having to talk with players and so forth. Because I've always, ever since I was in my teens, I've always been interested in the management and the tactical side of the game. Hence why I've owned almost every single management game. I owned LMA Manager, FA Manager, Premier Manager, FIFA Manager, Player Manager, Championship Manager. I've owned every single management game possible, and I spent hours. So very much, just imagine a kid spending hours upon hours mastering the game, where I just knew and just mastered how to win in all these games. I just tried all the formation tactics and I just made sure that I just mastered how to win. So that was always been my thing. I've always been a obsessive about this sport, because this sport is it's a crack. It's a crack, man. It's a crack, and there's no sport like it. There's no sport like it. It is unique in that sense. So, and I think that this is what I want to try and do with the Sunday, because see, the Saturday hangouts is for news. So, therefore, coming together and doing what has happened during the week. That's for the Saturday hangout. But the Sunday hangout is where we really pop off. Not bad. That's not bad. That is not bad. That's right. That's right. That's right. So the Sunday Hangers is where we really pop off. Sunday Hangout is where we talk about the game. And what I want to do in the Sunday Hangers is really do player comparisons, era comparisons, team comparisons, club comparisons, manager comparisons, and so forth. So Sunday is where we really look back. So we may do some reviews based on the games, but Sunday is where I wanted to have much more of a holistic, general footballing debate, because I think the best striker of the 2000 debates, I thought was a great debate. I thought that was a really good debate. So I want to really get things in there and so forth. I mean, talk and dissect things for the Sunday thing, just to try and give you guys the most varied, dynamic, and content that's out there, you know. So that's always the key thing, man. You could be imagining in Norway's 6th league or something. I'll try. You know, I will still not. I am not going to give up on my dream. I'm not going to give up on my dream. Wanting to become a manager, man, because I need that. I need that. And I need that crack. So, guys, let's talk, man. Let's talk. So, what are we doing here? So, first things first. I want to now talk about Liverpool against Everton. So, a lot of people believe that this is Everton's year. And they have started amazingly well. And I feel that they should feel confident, but not overconfident. Feel confident, but not overconfident, because Everton have not earned their right to be confident enough to have a great season. No. And this game wouldn't determine things, but psychologically, mentally, it could tell us what Everton could potentially do this season. This is a very psychological game. Everton have to win this game. If Everton draw or they lose, what? Like, how does it push the needle? How does it change the affairs of things? Because again, normally, especially when they're at home, they draw. When they go to Anfield, they normally lose. When I think in the last 2 meetings at Goodison Park, they've drawn. So they've just been there just to sort of ruin and spoil the kind of Liverpool party. So to tell me that things have changed and this team are now going to do something new, you have to beat Liverpool at Goodison Park. Anfield, I don't think that's not happening this season. But 100% Everton have the potential. Everton can beat Liverpool at Goodison Park. Because people will say, of course they can. Look at what Arsenal Villa did to Liverpool. That was crazy. That's a freak result. And I think I'm one of the few people who said that result bears no meaning on how the league can go through, because very easily, come next May or June, Liverpool could be Premier League champions and be like, yeah, remember when we lost 7-2? Because 7-2 is going to remain in the history books. It will remain there in history, and it will forever be remembered. Same thing with 8-2. 8-2 will always be remembered for Barcelona, but 8-2 doesn't cloud 2 trebles. It doesn't. Because if you determine that, would you accept losing 8-2 if you won 2 trebles and 9 out of the 11 La Liga titles? I'm like, yeah, okay. Give me the 8-2 if I get those other wins. So the Villa win doesn't mean that, Everton, they can win, doesn't mean that they will win. Because that was a freak result. And Liverpool are going to have Sadio Mane back, a very key player, and I think Liverpool are going to want to react. So this is almost the worst time for Everton to face Liverpool based off what happened against Villa. Because if, let's say, Everton faced Liverpool after Liverpool played against Leeds or Chelsea, that would have actually been a good time to really catch them unawares. But now Liverpool are like, that was a wake-up call. That was like, you threw ice-cold water upon them, unbeaten, it ain't going to happen. And now you now have to really focus on like, okay, wow, we need a reaction. And your reaction is, who are we facing next? And what's best place to do a reaction than to your local rivals and to stop your local rivals' winning run? Because that's what Everton are on. They're top of the table winning run. This is a very psychological game. It is a very mental game. Because this is about something that happens in football a lot, which is in the inferiority complex. Everton have an inferiority complex. Because they've lost to Liverpool so many times, because it's been so long since they've beaten them, and because they've hoisted them as their big brothers and so forth, there is not that true belief that they can beat Liverpool. That belief isn't there. That belief doesn't really exist. And I think that for Everton, it has to happen at some point. Why not now? So I think from Everton's point of view, they have the tactics. They have the formation. They have everything there. They have the key instigator in James Rodriguez, who's popping up. They've got the finish and the strike in Calvert-Lewin. They have the setup is there. It's not about that. It's about this. It's about how much do they believe, which is why it is very key that a James Rodriguez and an Alan are in the side, because these guys don't know the history of Everton and Liverpool. So they've not experienced losing to Liverpool several times. So they will come in with a totally new, fresh perspective that, this is just another game. Yes, it's against the best team in the league, but this is just another game. And this is just another team that we should believe to win. And I think the key thing for Everton is that Everton has to approach this as another game. Do what you do. We're here to win. And we're here just to beat this team. Where Everton lose is if they play into it's a derby, it's Liverpool, we have to win. We're going to do something extra. No. I think if you're Ancelotti, you say to Everton that don't read social media. Don't listen to what the fans and people around Merseyside are saying. Treat this like you treated the previous game. Approach this how we've approached every other game. Don't second guess, don't tweak things. Play that way, you will cause this team issues. You will cause them problems. They will cause you problems. And they're looking to cause you problems, and it was already going to be Everton's toughest game of the season so far, but it's going to be even tougher because Liverpool want that reaction. They want that reaction from what happened against Villa. And I do believe, because I already know right now, it's two things. Either Liverpool win or it's a draw. But the more I think about it, because I was going for a 2-2 draw. I've been going for a 2-2 draw. But because of the Aston Villa dynamic, Thiago Alcantara is going to pop off. Mane is going to pop off. I'm leaning towards a 3-2 to Liverpool. Because I think there'll be G's. I think there'll be G's in this game. I think we're going to have G's. Like, I think we can safely say that we're going to have G's in this game. You know? We will have G's. So, from Liverpool's perspective, Liverpool have to be... No. Sorry, that's the wrong word. Liverpool have to react. It's about a reaction. And I think they said that basically Klopp sent a lengthy text to... basically he sent a lengthy text to the team after that 7-2 shakedown. So what this is that we are here to react. And we must have a strong reaction. Because what Liverpool don't want is to lose 2 games in a row. Because then, if they lose 2 games in a row and it's to their rival, things might pop off. Things might pop off. Because right now, I don't think there's anything. There's no crisis. There's no. For me right now, it's just one freak game. And these things happen in football. You have that one freakish game. It is one hell of a freakish game because you considered 70s, neither of which was a penalty. And you made your boy Olua Barkley look like flipping Messi. So it was a freakish game, but it is what it is. It's just one game. So I always say, look, what happens in the next game? It is only a crisis. For me, a crisis is 3 games. 3 losses, we have a potential crisis. 2 losses, okay, whoa. 1 loss, it's an anomaly. So what's to go? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, I'm a prick. So that's how that saying goes. So for Liverpool, first thing is the reaction, 100%. We've dealt with that. Second thing is this is a good Everton side, and this might be one of the better Everton sides that Liverpool have faced. Oh, see, now I'm remembering there are no fans. And I believe that will play a factor. Because I feel if there were fans, that would be a greater advantage to Everton. Based on how Everton have been playing, if there were fans, Everton would definitely gain an extra edge with the fans behind them, knowing how they've started the season. And they would be able to feed off of that, especially a guy like a James Rodriguez, who's South American, who knows and what a loud congregation of fans can do with the Colombians. Shout out to Colombian babes, by the way. But for Liverpool, this is one of the better Everton sides that you have faced, and they have to have a level of respect for them. Not too much respect because you are the better team, and when you're the better team, you cannot respect your inferior too much. You should show them a certain level of respect, but not too much respect, because that's how you can end up losing the game. So, from Liverpool's point of view, I believe it's going to be an exciting game. It's going to be a pretty open game. I think it's going to be quite passionate, because even if there are no fans there, the James Rodriguez, Alan, they will know what this match means. And they will know that this is a derby game. And they also know that you're facing the best team in the league. And I think what every team wants, especially a team who may be trying to say what's up, is we want to be tested against the best. Because I'm not even mentioning Everton. Could people say, oh, could Everton do something this season? This is going to be their test. If Liverpool baptize them and beat the crap out of them, don't talk to me about Everton doing anything this season. If Everton competes and it's a closer game and they draw or lose, I'm like, okay, let's just see what they do in the next few games. If Everton win, if Everton beats Liverpool, whatever which way it is, if they beat Liverpool, now you have my attention. You don't have my attention right now. All I'm looking with Everton is James Rodriguez is looking good. So I'm still saying for Everton, 6th, 7th, maybe, but top 4 now. It's not happening. Like, for me, they're not sniffing top 4. No way. So for Liverpool, I think they need, Mane and Thiago coming back is going to be huge, because I just think like Mane is important. There are many important players. Van Dijk is important. Salah is super important. He was the only guy that scored both goals. But there's the reason why they call him LDO. Okay, there's a reason why they don't call him LDO for nothing. Yeah. They don't call him LDO for nothing. Okay? LDO is a game changer. LDO is there to say, what's up? And you will see the difference he makes. Diego Jota is a squad player. Okay? He's not a starter. I think in that Villa game, you saw why LDO is needed in this first team. I'm not here to do a comparison. I'm not. Please. I'm not here to do a Salah LDO comparison. No. All I'm saying is LDO makes things happen and scores important goals. Salah is a goal scorer that scores a high volume of goals. You need both. You need both. You need the goal scorer and you need the clutch dude. If you only have the clutch dude, he won't even have the opportunity to be clutch without the multitude of goals that the goal scorer brings. If all you have is a goal scorer, you won't be winning those games without the guy coming in clutch and say what's up. Because again, Salah, because he's an amazing goal scorer, he was the only guy that scored the goals for Liverpool. But what did those goals do? He didn't change the course of anything. But Sadio Mane is the kind of guy where he'll score the first goal, or he'll score the equalizer, or he'll score the goal to change the course of the game. Yeah, because he realized, okay, we need a goal now. I'll find a way to score this goal now. So he's not really there to start part, he's there just to score meaningful goals. Because I always say that it's not how many you score, it's when you score. It's when you score. So I definitely want to see, you see, for me, this is another great test for James Rodriguez because I told you I'm obsessed with degree of difficulty. Who have Everton faced? The toughest team that they faced is Tottenham. And that's the first day of the season where guys are still trying to find their way. So, because I have always had great belief in James Rodriguez, always had great belief in him. And I always thought he was played out of position, and I don't think that he was appreciated or loved as much. I think the only guy that would really understand him, put their arm around him and really fit him into the team was your boy Ancelotti. So it is so good that Ancelotti found him, has now brought him back, and is now balling for Everton. But this is how I see it going, and then I'll probably take some of your questions. This is how I see it going. I believe this might be a coming back down to reality for Everton. I believe Liverpool win this game. I'm not going to say that they're going to destroy Everton because this is a good Everton side. And I think that over the past few years, I think games are becoming closer and closer and closer. Like when Origi scored in the last minute, that was like the last kick of the game. The games are coming closer. And for me, I've always wanted this rivalry to be a lot closer, which is why I want Everton to get that win. I want them to get that win because I think that, what makes an interesting rivalry is that win. He wins. I can't call it a rivalry because one dude is just beating up on the other dude. Which is why the Milan derby is so amazing that even if AC Milan have been struggling, how many times has it been 2-2, 1-1, 2-2? Which is why that Milan derby, we're going to preach about that as well because that's going to pop off. So, but I feel this is Everton going to be brought back down to earth because Liverpool are going to react. And they're going to have a very strong reaction and they're going to take this game extremely seriously. Very seriously indeed. And I feel just like most games, it will be close-ish. But the difference will be Liverpool have those snipers and sharp shooters where when it comes down to it, they'll put the ball in the net. So when Salah gets a chance, El Dio gets a chance, or it's a set piece, and Van Dijk says what's up, Liverpool will execute. They'll make it happen. They will get it done. And I don't think Everton will be able to get it done to the same degree that Liverpool will. So hence why I feel that Everton will get G's. Everton will get G's because I think that Liverpool defense is looking shaky. And I feel like Ancelotti, if they've done their homework, how they looked against Leeds, how they looked against Chelsea before Christensen got sent off, how they looked against Villa, this defense can be got. If they do what they do and James Rodriguez is leading the line, they can get G's. But Liverpool, I just feel that I don't think Everton have an answer for the La and El Dio smoke. I think they have an answer for the La and El Dio. That El Dio La smoke is real. It's real. Real. So I'm riding with a 3-2 Liverpool. I think hopefully we get a game that pops off. Because I think that it is so great that Everton have started this well. And I want Everton to bring their A game. I want Everton to bring their A game and really compete against Liverpool. And I wanted to see Liverpool really push to the boundary. Because again, as I said, it's not happening. I don't see a scenario where Liverpool lose twice. Now, it could very easily be a draw, and I began with a draw, but I'm gonna stick with a 2-2. I'm gonna stick with a 2-2. I think that's how it's gonna roll, and I believe LD is gonna ride. I think LD is gonna say what's up. LD is gonna say what's up. LDO is gonna ride and say what's up, and I think he's gonna show why people need to put some respect on his name and understand the importance he has to this team. He's not the most important player. I'm not saying he's the best. He's one of Liverpool's best players. But I think people have recognized that. But I think people will re-recognize that. Let's give this guy his due. Let's give this guy his due and respect what LDO does for this team. So Everton, you're going to be brought back down to earth. You're going to hold your first L. You're going to hold your first L. You're going to hold it 1-3 because I feel Liverpool are going to react and say what's up. But Everton, if you somehow win this, which I don't think you will. I don't think you will because I don't think you guys are ready. But if you do win, well. All right, let's see what you guys are saying, guys. Let's see what you guys are saying. And then we'll do some but Red Devil, that goes to my point. They'll score 2 goals. Listen, that's it. They will score 2 goals. They won't score 3. Trust me, they won't score 3. Liverpool are going to say what's up. Liverpool are going to say what's up. Liverpool are going to say what's up. But yes, that is worrying. That is very worrying indeed that Adrian is in goal because if you're Everton, you're like, guys, shoot on sight. Shoot on freaking sight. Shoot on sight. All right, what else are you guys saying? From your boy Natsa, thank you, bro. Thank you, Natsa. Thank you, bro. Here's a gift from me for 20,000, baby. Keep the content scrap coming because we love it and we need to stay real. Natsa, thank you, bro. You know, any kind of hate I have towards Pep or thingy, it ain't personal, it's just business, man. But Natsa, thank you, bro. I appreciate that love, baby. I appreciate that love, dog. All right, let's see what else you guys said, man. Daniel Henkel again says, Adrian versus Pickford. Oh, Battle of the Bricks. The Battle of their Bricks, man. The Battle of their Bricks. See, that's why Pickford is also... Because look, I think Pickford has... Because, currently he's in tier 3. I think Pickford has to go under review right now. I think he needs to be put under review. I don't think he's a brick yet, but I think he needs a stint going under review. But that's why I think Liverpool will get 3G. So you're telling me that Liverpool are not going to get at least 3Gs with Pickford in goal and with a full strength team, Thiago Alcantara, LDO, and Salah, because that Firmino is allergic to scoring, so he can say what's up. He can say what's up for sure. Hey, bro, there's no reverse psychology here. Ziyech is trash. Ziyech is going to be crap this season, okay? Ziyech is going to fail. And there's no reverse psychology. Ziyech is going to be a failure, okay? Ziyech will fail. He will fail this season. And Thiago and Mane will be key, for sure. Thiago will be key in terms of controlling the game, controlling the tempo, and making key forward passes, especially when they're in transition, because Everton will want to attack, will want to push men forward. And when there's an overload, I think Thiago's passing and how Thiago can switch play. Because I don't think Henderson, because he's very good, but there's nobody in that Liverpool midfield who has the passing range that your boy Alcantara has. And I think if Thiago can find that switch either to a La, to a LDO, to a Trent, or to a Robertson, that could be very key in Liverpool finding that extra edge to gain an advantage, man. And let's just see. Let's just what I say. From your boy George Lyle says, remember Adrian got us kicked out of the CL and FA Cup. I know, George, I know. I understand this. But George, you're not losing this game. You're gonna concede 2 Gs. I told you 3-2. You're conceding 2 Gs. That's happening. I'm sorry, that's happening. You're gonna concede 2 Gs. But because if Allison was playing, I would probably say 2-0. I'd be confident in saying, you know what, 2-0 or even 2-1. 2-0 or even 2-1. But because your boy Adrian is going to be between the sticks, 2 Gs. You're going to hold 2 Gs, but George, you guys are going to go 3 Gs. You go LDO. Believe in LDO. Because I told you, LDO is that dude. LDO is that dude. Believe in the kid. Because Liverpool have to react. I dare Liverpool to lose this game. I dare Liverpool to lose this game. You don't want to be losing 2 games back to back, man. Yes, that's what I want to see, bro. Because it's not really like for like. Because remember, Thiago is CM, James is right-sided and comes in. So they're playing 2 very different roles, but they are both midfielders. And I think they are both, because they're both midfielders and they're both going to be important midfielders in the game. So it is going to be important in terms of if Thiago has a great game, Liverpool will most likely win. If James has a great game, if James has a big game, he's one of the best players on the pitch. Everton could sneak something, because I think the key for Liverpool winning this is you've got to keep James on the hush-hush. You've got to keep James on the hush-hush, man. Jota, winner from the bench. Says who? No, look, I mean, Diego Jota for me that's a good signing. But he's a squad player. He's not a first team player. Like he ain't replacing LD, but what a guy to bring off the bench. And even for Diego Jota, I say to myself that why would you take this move? Because you were a guaranteed starter. You were a guaranteed starter for Liverpool. No, sorry, for Wolves. You're guaranteed starter for Wolves, so why go to the bench? Why are you doing it? I mean, he's decent. He's a decent player, but I wouldn't call him like amazing. Keep it real. What does this mean? And so, what does that mean? So, you got man of the match for Portugal in a Nations League game. So what? How does that change anything? Does that now mean he's going to be a starter for Liverpool? We're going to drop 25 days. I say he's decent. He's a decent player. He isn't a super amazing player. And you're smoking crack. Jota isn't replacing anybody. He's there as a secondary option. So, in a case if someone has COVID, or if someone is ill, or so forth, they can now, and he can now be brought in as a secondary dude. He's not there to be a main guy. He's not there to be a main guy. Liverpool cannot use him as a main guy, but he's a great secondary option. Because I think Shakira didn't work out. Because Shakira was supposed to work it in there, but he didn't work it in there. I got this from Sainsbury's. Basically, they have like a veggie section in there, and it's these plant burgers. Because I mean, I'm not into meat and stuff because of the whole meat factory. So yeah, you go to the plant section, and yeah, I bought veggie sausages and these plant-based burgers, man. So trying to say what's up. So guys, I'll be back. So let me just get refill your drinks. Well, let me just refill my drink, and then we're gonna talk Milan Derby. All right. So let's talk some Milan derby. So let me just hit my. There we go. So didn't miss anything. Milan derby. So it still matters. It still matters. Anybody that says that the Milan derby doesn't matter, you suck. Okay, it still matters, and even more so now this season, I think it's even matters even more. So currently, right now, let me just try and pull this up so you guys can see where we're at right now. Only a few games have been played, but we can still pop off. So this is the league standings as it happens right now. So as you can see there, Atalanta 9 points, Milan 9 points, Sassuolo 7, Juve 7, Inter 7. So Milan have a perfect record so far. 7 goals, 0 conceded. So Milan are looking good. Look, because I cannot wait for that Liverpool-Atalanta game. I told you, man, guys, people need to put some respect on Gasperini's name. Okay, what Gasperini is doing with Atalanta, Papo Gomez, and so forth, I think he doesn't get enough praise. He doesn't get enough praise. So this makes the man derby so much more exciting. So much more. Because we might be seeing again, let's attempt fate. Sure. So Milan are close to my heart. George Weah was an icon for me. Fellow African, Ballon d'Or winner. And that was my love affair with Isman because of what George Weah was for all Africans. You know, he was an African icon. So Milan has always had a special place in my heart. And it's been a long, tough road. Because the last time that Milan were relevant was like 2011 when they won the league with Ibra and Thiago Silva. But under your boy, I think it's Pioli, Johnny Man, they may be slowly trying to say what's up. They may slowly be trying to say what's up. And I think in this right now, in this situation that we're seeing here of Milan and Inter Milan, I think this is the greatest time for them to face off against each other. Because here's the thing, this is what makes it so amazing. Inter are the favorites to win it. The league, forget the match. Inter Milan, you have to win the league. You should have won the league last season. Because Juve were trash. Juve were garbage. So they were so bad and garbage, and how they still managed to win, that's an indictment on Conte. You had the team, you added this to the squad, and you faced quite possibly the worst Juve side there's been since their 9-title run. So how you managed to screw up Conte, I have my eyes on you more. So Inter, again, all eyes are on you. They have Pirlo. He's a rookie. So Juve have almost said, we're now doing a rebuilding stage. Everyone win, but we're now rebuilding now under the guise of Pirlo. Inter, you have the dudes. You've bought Hakimi. You bring in Vidal. You still have Lukaku. You still have Lautaro Martinez. You didn't lose him to Barcelona. So for Conte, you have no excuse not to win the league. But I'm still not going to put my money in you. Because only a psychopath is going to bet against a team who've won 9 times in a row. That's just giving away free money. So yes, Juve are doing 10 in a row until they won't. But this is a great match to have, because what are Milan going to do this season? Are Milan ready to finally respect and live up to that red and black? Because the disrespect that badge has had has been shocking. This past decade, that badge has been run through the mud, through the gutter. How Is it that? So when I was growing up, as a young youth, as a child growing up in Nigeria, you couldn't have a Champions League without AC Milan. You couldn't have a Champions League without AC Milan. It was standardismo. Growing up, AC Milan were connected and married. They were menstruating. They were having children and babies with a seal. You couldn't sniff a seal without your boy AC Milan. You couldn't sniff. Shout out to your boys Inter. Let's keep it real. Milan said, I've said what's up with them 7. I don't think they've got like 7 seals. They've got 7 seals. So they were this. Milan in that San Siro was the character and the backbone of what it's meant to be the seal. There's no stadium that perfectly exemplifies the magnitude of the seal than the San Siro. It is just what it is. Don't argue with me. I'm just giving you facts. So it is shocking that these guys have not sniffed the seal for the best part of the last decade. Shocking. But your boy Hernandez, I think I always get them confused. I think is it Theo Hernandez because obviously he's the brother of the guy that's obviously the starter for France and for Bayern. He looked good because I watched the highlights of their last game where he went on a crazy run, scored, and I think the Liao dude as well scored as well. I think he scored twice. They're looking good. They look like a good, strong team. I would still want to see a superstar player out there, but it is what it is. So for AC Milan, they want this game now. They want this game now. Because Milan are like, we want to beat these guys. And based on how we ended last season, how we started this season, Milan are, please give us Inter Milan right now. Because we can beat them right now. And maybe Milan are saying, there is no process. There is no waiting process. We're ready to rock this season. We are ready to rock and roll this season. Milan, if you're ready to do so, let's see. I will be the judge of that. For Inter Milan, you see now content. Things are slightly different. When you won the league with Chelsea, nobody was expecting you to. Nobody was expecting you to. It was a surprise. Only when you change your formation, guys are, nobody was expecting you to. All those league titles you won with Juventus, there was no competition. So there was no real pressure. There was no competition. Because this was post-Calciopoli where the whole league was messed up. So there was nothing that AC Milan or Inter could do to you guys. Because everybody got monstered by Calciopoli. But as of right now, the pressure is on. Because it is pressure upon you guys where you may be favorites, but you're not necessarily expected to win in the same way that you were expected to win when you're for Juve. So if you want to, it's a different flex now. And this is a great game to go through because it's one of the biggest derbies in the world. Let's just keep it real. The Milan derby is one of the biggest derbies in the world. And the matches that these guys have had amazing matches. I think there was one season where they drew 2-2 twice. And I think there were last minute goals in both of the games. So I'm expecting another truly big game. Which is why it is so difficult because this game is not happening the same time as Arsenal Man City, but I cannot miss this game. I need to see this Milan derby. So judging by that, popping up with a Milan derby, this has draw spilt all over it, man. I can't pick a winner. Because as much as Milan are in form, these teams always seem to cancel each other out. But what I find interesting is Milan's defensive record. And Inter are not the most attacking team. Hence why it will be interesting to see Milan against Napoli. And those guys, sorry, Saturday is after guys. Napoli and Atalanta as well. That's going to be another crazy game. Because Napoli, they had like 8 points deducted from those, which is messed up. Yeah, 8 points deducted. That's messed up, man. That's messed up. So here's the thing right now. what was I going to say? So yeah, so basically, for they seem to cancel each other out, and it's difficult for me to see a team that's going to edge it or to try to win this or to truly pick a winner out of here. But Inter Milan should win this game because even if AC Milan have had a better start to the season, Inter are the better team. And putting everything into account, Inter Milan are the favourites to win the league title. Nobody is even looking at AC Milan to win the league title. Forget what the league says. Milan are not winning this title. Top 4 is a realistic target, for sure. For sure, top 4 is a very realistic target. But, because I think top 3 most likely going to be between Juve, Atalanta, and Inter Milan. And I think that 4th spot is up for grabs. I think Napoli can get it. So Napoli can get it. Roma can get it. Milan can get it. Many teams can get that 4th spot. So, I think for me, I want to just see how Inter Milan cause Milan issues. How they can get Lukaku in the game. Because I do believe that as good as Milan have been, they've not faced anybody with the kind of quality and the 1-2 punch of Lukaku and Lautaro Martinez. And they've not faced what I believe is one of the, perhaps I would say the strongest midfield in Syria, which is the Inter's midfield, specifically with the addition of a boy Vidal. Can Milan win that midfield battle? How will they struggle in that midfield battle against Inter Milan? And how will Milan now go up against a much stronger defensive backline in Inter Milan? Handanovic, your boy De Vrij, and so forth, trying to say what's up. But for Inter Milan as well, AC Milan have started well, and they'll be extra motivated because it's Inter Milan. It's a Milan derby. And for AC Milan, they will know that this will be a huge statement if they beat Inter Milan, one of the favourites for the title, and they continue their unbeaten record. Then Milan will say to themselves that, bro, why can't we be in the mix? Because I don't think they'll be in the mix. I don't think it's realistic for them to be in any title mix. But if they beat Inter Milan, it seems that people are expecting to win. People will say, oh, maybe we can say what's up. Maybe we can say what's up. So, in terms of predicting how this game is going to go, it's a difficult one. It's a difficult one. It's a difficult one. Because it's hard for me to pick a winner. I don't think AC Milan can win because I just think that Inter Milan are going to be the best team that they face. And I don't see Inter Milan just straight up losing to their derby rivals. And Inter will just prove to be too tough an opponents for Milan to straight up beat. And as for Inter Milan, I just think that this is a much better AC Milan side. Much improved. And I do feel like if this Inter side aren't there yet, and I still think that they need to, especially with a lot of Conte teams, they need to grow into the season. And I think for Inter, they definitely need to continue to grow, and become much more cohesive as the season winds down. So I don't think they're really there yet. So if we're sort of combining those things that I knew, I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go with 2-2. I'm going to go with 2-all. There we go. It's going to become crazy. I'm going to go with 2-all. I think it's going to be 2-2. 2-2. They both cancel each other out. And I do believe we're going to be in for another very exciting game. I think it's going to be end-to-end. Lots of chances. Back and forth. Wild, Wild West. Pretty open. Hopefully a nice, watchable, exciting game. Good old derby game. And yeah, I think they will cancel each other out. And it's going to end up becoming a 2-all draw. So, let's see what you kids are saying. Man, let's see what you kids are saying. Armchair critic. So here I was, because what I always do is that I watch ESPN FC throughout the day because I watch it. I watch it in the morning to pretty much get any kind of news points to do if I missed up on any news things. So I watch the show and then the Q&A. So here I'm watching ESPN FC, watching ESPN FC mailbag, and guess who I see throw up a question about Baggio? Armchair critic. What did they say? Is this the same armchair critic? And then I saw the Twitter thing, and there he is. I saw him ask a question about Baggio on ESPN FC. So yeah, well done. You know, you're now famous. Do you think Mbappe should leave or wait for 2 to 3 seasons? Leave. The longer he stays at, he's not improving at PSG. He's not improving in the French league. Like you see, it's different from Sancho. See, Sancho is stay at Dortmund because you're improving, and that environment of being at Dortmund and in the Bundesliga is improving him. Mbappe being in PSG in Liga isn't improving him. For me, which is why we did that whole discussion, it seems like if he's almost declining. So because it seems like if he's almost declining, I'm like, bruh, I think it would be best. It would be best if you leave now. Sooner rather than later. That's my thing. Sooner rather than later for me. From Natsa, thank you for the super chat, Mr. Natsa. How do you feel about Gabriel Jesus being limited by Pep? Pep doesn't know how to use Brazilian ballers like him. Instead, he makes them robots. Now, this is what I was saying to people. And people kept saying, wait, why are you such a supporter of Jesus? The Jesus that you see for Man City isn't the Jesus that we see for Brazil. He is a very skillful player. He's a very skillful player. And he's making Jesus play a very specific kind of Pep kind of role. So when people insult Jesus, they have a point. Because you don't see him express himself. I would love to see Jesus in a team like a Tuchel team, a Klopp team, or an Ancelotti team, where dribble, run with the ball, try skills, be direct, or imagine Jesus in Lucien Favre's Dortmund side, where he genuinely wants guys to go out there and express themselves, move the ball around, play quick, be inventive, be imaginative. You're not shackled. And I just think that people are not seeing the real Jesus. Because Jesus is a dribbler. He's got skills. Lest we forget, go to YouTube. That Belgium-Brazil game, Jesus stood up Vincent Company and colored him. Translation for the non-Nigerians out there, he stood up Company and he put the ball right through his legs. Jesus knows how to play, but he's simply not been given the freedom by your boy Pep. So what else are you guys saying, man? What else do you guys say? Inter missing 7 players. AC Milan have no excuse to win if they lose their bombs and bricks. So yes, I've heard this one thing that they're losing. It still doesn't mean anything. It's a derby game. There are times when Inter were like at full strength, had everyone playing. Milan were much weaker, and they still managed to get a draw. When it's a derby game, people approach it differently. So hence why, okay, Inter probably are not going to win it, because if they don't have a full set, they're not going to win it. But I still think that they will win. No. I still think that it's going to be a draw. I think they're going to be a draw. There's some weird stuff in this live chats, man. Some really, really weird stuff. I'll try and ignore it, man. All right. Gabriel Jesus is overrated. He's a diver. Even Benteke is better than him. Now, did you hit your head either as a child or recently? Because it's either one of the two. Because to say Benteke is in the same galaxy as Gabriel Jesus, you have to either be you have to either be mad, like literally like a raving lunatic, or you're just trolling. It has to be either one of the two. Has to either be one of the two. So, is The Boys worth a watch? 100,000%. It's one of the best shows on TV right now. If you like your things to be extreme, rated 18, and shocking, and really push the envelope and push the boundaries with really good acting and some crazy, crazy stuff, The Boys is for you. The Boys is for you, man. So, yeah. So let's see. What else you guys say, man? What else you guys say? Let me with my round off with some. Yeah. Okay, let's talk Golden Boy because I put up my vid out there. So let's just see what you guys are saying. So who do you guys feel should win the Golden Boy Award? Because obviously me and the Football Dogger boys, we disagreed. I said that it should be Davis. But they said Sancho. And I didn't know this, that Sancho actually finished with 20 goals and 20 assists. That's impressive. That is really impressive. But my thing, though, is that even if Sancho finished with 20 goals and 20 assists, was he ever considered one of the best players in his position in the world? Davis, at the end of the season, was considered the best left back in the world. Are we saying, based on form, there was a better left back than Davis? And I don't know what devil was smoking, saying that Goretzka was more important than Davis, because I'm not sure whether he watched the games. When you're watching the Bayern games, Davis was extremely important to their side. Extremely important indeed. So that's the thing, man. So Natsa, you don't believe that. You don't believe that, bro. You don't believe that. So you see, this is interesting. And it's almost like, as I said again, it's like the XXL covers that they do for rap, where they have, these are the best young artists as of right now, and where are they going to be in the next few years? Vinicius is very talented. He's got a lot of raw talent. He needs coaching. Vinicius is screaming for somebody to help coach him. Has Zidane ever improved a player? Zidane had players who were finished articles. He's never improved a player. He's never done what Fergie did with his side, what Mourinho did with Lampard, what Mourinho did with Drogba, what Klopp did with Mario Götze, Lewandowski, and so forth. And if Vinicius doesn't have the right coach, all you'll see is a guy who can do something amazing in one game, 2 games, but will continue to make mistakes. He won't really be the refined, finished article. And if Sancho progresses and he moves to the right team, I don't see how Vinicius becomes better than either a Sancho, a Haaland, or a Davis. I remember, let's not even sleep on João Felix. I mean, how old is this João Felix now? João Felix is 20. João Felix is 20. So, because my thing about João Felix is that he needs to move. He needs to move. Because I can see the quality there. If João Felix just moves to the right team, boom. João Felix, man, if you're out there, bro, leave Atletico Madrid. It's going to be hard now because Atletico, after losing Partey, they will not allow another guy to now leave their team. Or bro, move out there. You see, Ansu Fati is so young. At 17, I just don't know. 17 is too young. You see, Messi was. It was one of those things. We knew. We knew. Even when Messi was 19, we all knew that this is the dude. And I even remember when me and my brother were watching Messi when he was like 19, and we both said, how can how can you be the best player in the world with a player with a name like Messi? Because Messi just is not like a sexy name. Like how can it's not like a sexy name like a Ronaldo, Rivaldo, Maradona, Zidane, like Messi. But as I said again, the more obscure your name, the more it will actually resonate with people if you actually go ahead and actually ball and say what's up. So, but yeah, at 19, we knew that Messi was going to be the. We knew as of right now. See, Mbappe at Monaco was the same thing. Like I was like, when you look at Mbappe, like yeah, that's the dude. But we've not seen that progress at PSG. Hence why when Amchuk asked me, I say, bro, Mbappe, get the heck out of PSG right now because you're not improving there. This crop of guys, João Felix, Sancho, Vinicius, De Jong, Haaland, and so forth, I don't see any generational talents here. I don't see really good players. So I don't see any guys about like, yeah, these guys are, yeah, this guy. I don't see any of them there. So, but Vinicius needs a coach. Fati, it's too early because Fati could, in the next 2-3 years, he could just hit a decline. So for Fati, I don't know. Alphonso Davies, as long as Alphonso Davies stays at Bayern Munich, bro, this guy's going to be a crazy left back. It's just so unfortunate that he plays for Canada, so he can never really be in a national side that can really say what's up in a tournament. But Alphonso Davies, if he remains at Bayern Munich, he's going to be an incredible left back, unless he hits a decline. Because that's always is like you don't want to peak too early. Because it's then hard to then sustain that high level. Because which is why I always say to guys that R9, if real Ronaldo never had those injuries. Because remember, real Ronaldo was already considered one of the best players in the world at 21. 21, he was already considered one of the best players in the world. And going into the World Cup, he was already the other main guy. So if he never had those injuries, what the heck could have Ronaldo have done in 98, 99, 2000, 01, 02, 03, 04? Because people forget, like, in 02, he was 24. So in 02, so even because it seemed as if he was like an old man, on his thing. But I was like, nah. The Oos, man. I told you, man. People keep saying, why do I keep caping for the Oos? The dude is just too talented, man. I'm sorry. When I just see a player that I know can play and has that skill and the ability, he has the X factor. So my thing about this is that right coach, right team, right system, is his head right, it's his training right, and so forth. Boom. And it's like I don't want I have a fear that the Oos could end up like Balotelli. The Oos could end up like Balotelli. Because Balotelli, that is one of the saddest stories in football. By far, the greatest waste of talent in football history. I mean, he's trying to find a new club now and everything, but I've given up on Balotelli because I was like, my God, this dude would have been the best striker of the generation. 100%. If he had focused, he had trained hard, he took his talent seriously. Okay, when anyone says best striker of the generation, I have watched football a long time. Been watching football a long time. There are few people who strike the ball as cleanly and as precisely with the kind of accuracy that Balotelli has. Very few strikers I've seen, but well, that's what football is about. Ability is 30%. 30%. 70% is application. It's application and hard work and training, and execution. Application. Your ability, That's stuff that they're born with. What separates the truly great players from the good players or the really good ones are those guys that know how to apply and utilize their ability. Know how to make the right decisions in matches, are psychologically focused for those 90 minutes. And if you don't have that, so that's why. So for the Us, you have to realize Us. Well, how old is his homeboy? How old is homeboy? Usman Dembele age 23. You're 23, so you still have a little bit of time. But time flies. Time flies. Find a right club. Find a right club. Please find a right club and say what's up. I am begging you. From a boy, Beato Klumps. If Arnan avoided Syria, he won't get those injuries. Wrong. It wasn't the Syria. My thing with Ronaldo is he pushed his body too much. Because the injury that he had, his knee literally exploded. That's what happened. His knee exploded. And that's why he was, I think that his body, he was pushing his body so much. He was doing things that were so complicated at such frenetic. So you doing such complicated technical things at such speed, his body couldn't take it. His body couldn't take it. Like, Ronaldo was a freak of nature. Hence why there's never been. That's why for me, when I look at Ronaldo, it was like you're looking at a superhero. Because you're looking at a guy who is strong, who is fast, who can dribble, who's got great technique, who can shoot, who can finish, who's got imagination, and who is doing things at a speed that is just whoa. Like when grown men, guys in their late 20s and 30s that are frightened of a 21-year-old, they're not really dealing with someone different. So it wasn't this area, it was just that his body couldn't take the kind of crazy things that he was doing on it, man. So it is what it is, man. Boy, thank you for the super chat. Leo should leave in 2021. Dembele, right wing, Griezmann, centre forward. Yeah, look, the issue here is it's very simple, man. Griezmann only can play one role, and that's it. He can only play one role. If he doesn't play that role, you might as well play with 10 men or just swap him for someone else. He can only play one role. He can only play one role, and that's it. If you don't play him in that role, he's useless. So, hence why the worst thing for Griezmann was Messi staying. That was the worst thing. It was the worst thing for Griezmann. Because if Messi leaves, Griezmann has to play in the middle. And he now has to now play either as a centre forward or just behind the centre forward because there's now a space. Messi is occupying the space that Griezmann plays. You can't have two guys in the middle. You can't, unless you give, let's say, Messi a free role and then you then put Griezmann in there, the centre forward or somewhere. But it's like, you can see that Griezmann is a sore thumb and Ronald Koeman just does not know how to fit him into his side. But I think, the worst thing for Griezmann was Messi staying. I'm coming, guys. I'll be back. One second, I'll be back. Let me put my thing here. Holy crap. Guys, subscribe, hit the like button, guys. Subscribe, hit that like button. Smash that like button, guys. Hit that like button, man. Hit that like. Okay, they're doing it. I'm not doing it, man. Issues were robbed. Inter could have had Adriano and Aaron at their peak playing together. Pass Adriano over anything. Yes, pass Adriano. The real Adriano was overrated. I never rated him. Never rated the dude, man. I never saw the hype surrounding him. He was alright. Decent striker. was overrated. I never saw the big deal. I never saw that big deal. Guys like Maguire getting paid to be a brick. You see, do you think it's bullying? Like my meme, my picture, calling Maguire a brick? Because I don't think it is. But Jimmy Redknapp, I was watching ESPN FC, and guys said, "Oh no, like he needs a rest. He needs to sort of look back and so forth." And like, should they play? Should they not play? I'm like, guys, what's going on here? Why are we affording Maguire all of these excuses and so forth? If you're bad, you're bad. You can't be a of, oh, let's feel sorry for him. He must be going through a hard time. That's the funny thing. Maguire was bad before this whole Greece thing. People say, oh, because of what happened in Greece. No. He was bad before the whole Greece escapade. And my thing, this is what I find odd is that what England is now saying is, please, first of all, keep the same energy, because England, you've now said that if anybody abroad gets convicted by a court of law, you won't recognize their judgment. You will always believe the English players. So, English media, if Raheem Sterling or Rashford go to a foreign country and they get convicted by that court of law, I want you to show the same support for Sterling and Rashford as you do for Maguire. Because I find it odd that a court of law is a court of law. Like Maguire, how do I know whether you're innocent or not? So all because you were tearful in an interview, I shouldn't believe you? In a court of law where evidence was brought out, you were found guilty. You were found guilty. You were found guilty of trying to bribe police and so forth. So how does that go now to now, we should now be feeling sorry for Maguire and everything? It makes no sense. It makes no sense whatsoever. From Natsa, thank you for the super chat, Natsa. Speak on Patron HH. Waste of a talent, very sad. I was never that big on Pato. I never knew how good Pato could truly be. He was good. He had potential. Nice strike. I remember that goal that he scored. I think it was at Camp Nou, where it was from the kickoff, where literally he took the ball, went through the defense, and from kickoff scored a goal. So it was literally from the opening whistle, like in the first minute. And I think there was a lot of hype. But see, for me, I put Pato in the same category as Adriano. Talented, I never saw the hype around them. And I felt that Pato, just like Adriano, I just didn't see it. Because for me, I was just using the eye test. Using the eye test, I was like, no, Pato, yeah, he's decent. But what? Next Romario? Next Ronaldo? Next Rivaldo? Next Pele? Next Zico? No. Next Socrates? No. Like, waste of talent. Talk to me about, if we're now looking at Brazil, talk to me about Robinho. Talk to me about Robinho. And I will still say Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho should have done more. He should have done more. And he should have made even much more of a greater impact on the game. Because Ronaldinho was a game changer. Because he brought street football into football. And the issue with Dino was, I told you, the issue with Dino was 2006. That was your World Cup. You had just won the CL. You were the best player in the world. That was your World Cup. You had the team. You had the players. It was down to you to lead those guys. So it's weird because people say, oh no, Dino did his thing. Dino did not fully realize his talent. He did not. What is Alphonso Davies' ceiling? Bro, this Davis can be damn good. Davis can be damn good. Like, his ceiling is I don't think I'll ever see a left back better than Ashley Cole. And so when I say left back, I say two-way. Two-way. But I think his ceiling, so his ceiling is just below Ashley Cole, which is amazing. So we're talking about you could potentially be regarded as a top 5 left back of all time. That is his ceiling. And not everybody can reach their ceiling. But I don't feel, basically, as in, Ashley Cole was an excellent defender. He was an amazing defender. And he was also very good going forward as well. He was very good going forward. He was an excellent defender. My thing with Alphonso Davies is if he can, because his defending is not as good as Ashley Cole. So if he can, because he's still young, if he can improve his defending, improve his 1v1 battles, and can maintain his quality of bringing the ball forward, good intelligence crosses, assists, good passes, and helping Bayern in that attack, we're going to have to start the conversation. Because see, like a Marcelo is superb going forward. Marcelo is one of my favorite players of all time. Favorite players of all time. He doesn't defend. He doesn't defend. And 7-1 would like to say what's up. 7-1 wants to say, yo, what was happening? Okay, 7-1 wants to say what's happening. But that's the thing. Not every player reaches his ceiling. Balotelli's ceiling was a top 10 striker all time. Easily. That was Balotelli's ceiling. Where top 10 striker all time. Maybe even top 7. But never reached it. Never reached it. You know. Ronaldo's ceiling, I said again, greatest player of all time. I think many people believed before his injury that Ronaldo, this is going to be the greatest player of all time. Like, hence why it was called El Phenomenal. But not everybody reaches their... Most players don't reach their ceiling. You know, I think players who reach their ceiling, off the top of my head, Zidane reached his ceiling. Dino didn't. Messi, for sure. I don't think Cristiano reached his ceiling. Because we didn't have an extended period of Man United Cristiano. What if we've had is goal scoring Cristiano? We didn't have 5, 6, 7 years of a dribbling, 1v1, step overs, beating guys, beating 2, 3, 4 guys, scoring things by himself, freaks, Cristiano. We never had that. So I don't think Cristiano as an overall footballing package reached his ceiling, because the Cristiano that we have now isn't the Cristiano that we saw at United. Because that Cristiano we saw at United was like, my gosh, this is an attacking weapon. This is like a one-on weapon. Give him the ball. This guy is just going to ram past 2, 3, 4, 5 guys and going to put that ball in the top of that corner. Because now what it is that you now have to provide for him. Just give him the ball, provide for him, and he'll say what's up. But the Cristiano before is just give me the ball 2 feet, I will make something happen. You know, which was the issue that you saw in the Uruguay game, that the United Cristiano is just give him the ball. He's going to provide something, which is what the Cristiano that we saw in the 04 Euros. But the other Cristiano is, no, you have to provide for him and create a platform for him to finish. He can instigate. You have to give him to finish. How good was Michael Owen in his prime? Michael Owen was that he wasn't a dribbler. Like, perfect example, David Villa. David Villa is a footballer. He's like a footballing striker. So Michael Owen did not have the overall footballing ability of David Villa. What Michael Owen was at his peak, extremely dangerous. What do defenders fear the most? Speed. Ask any defender. I can deal with a dribbler. I can deal with a tall guy thingy. Speed, that's his issues all day, every day. All day, every day. And what Michael Owen was he was fast, had great movements, and was clutch. Supremely clutch. He knew how to finish. That guy knew how to put that ball in the back of that net. So those things of being a clutch finisher, having great movements and fast, hell on earth for any defender. For any defender was hell on earth, man. Hell on earth for any defender, man. You actually know watch Ronaldo from '09 to 2014? Sergio, are you telling me that the Cristiano from '09 to 2014 was the same Cristiano that you saw at Man United? Bro, come on. Let's keep it real. It's because you say '09 to 2014. Let's even look at from '09 to 2014. Are you telling me that Cristiano was doing the same kind of skills, step overs, dribbles, counter attacks, running half the length of the pitch that he was doing in United every single week? Come on, bro. Just look at the clips of what he did. I think it was the '08-'09 season. No, the '07-'08 season. I think it was the '07-'08 season where he scored those crazy amounts of goals. Look at what the guy was doing. The guy was insane. The guy was insane. So remember the guy is like this. He didn't. I don't think Cristiano reached his ceiling as a footballer. As an effective guy, for sure. As a complete footballer, I thought that we could have had. See, he's a poacher. That's what he is now. At United, it's bro. We're dealing with a complete demon of a player now, man. Zuko thought, thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. And I see you on the Patron thing as well, man. So thank you for becoming a Patron member. Thank you for supporting my sports. Is very much appreciated. I just hope that I can give you that content crack to show my appreciation, man. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. Zerky, thank you, bro. Thank you for the congrats. How good was Prime Ozil? Yeah, I mean, that's another one, man. See, Ozil is one of those guys where he needed the right team. Ozil needed the right situation to pop off. And Ozil's mistake was Arsenal. That was the wrong move. Because I think Ozil needs to be an addition to an amazing team. You don't put Ozil in an average team. That won't work. Because what you need to do is I already have an amazing team. I have my hard workers, I've got my tech. Put Ozil in Inter Milan. Simple. Just put Ozil in Inter Milan. Perfect. Because you already have your Brozovic, Vidal, Barella, all these guys doing their thing. All you need to do is you're just there to provide for Lautaro Martinez and for Lukaku. You're just there to provide. You're just there to provide for those two. And that's what he can do. So Prime Ozil was a amazing pass specialist. He had supreme amazing vision. And he was perfectly used under Mourinho. Because what is Ozil best at is providing that key pass. And Mourinho, his MO is counterattack. And that is what made Real Madrid so good, is that you have Ozil now providing for a Higuain, providing for a Cristiano. So it was the perfect situation and the perfect environment for him to say, what's up? That's That's the thing, man. Bro, yeah, veggie burger, man, veggie burger, and some wedges, man. And afterwards, I'm gonna because I've been watching Star Trek, the original series, man. So I'm trying to finish off that Star Trek original series, and also Power, finish off Power, finish off Power. Um, so that's what your boy doing, man. That's what your boy doing. So what's everybody saying about Arsenal, Man City? What are your thoughts? Arsenal, Man City. How do you guys see that game going, man? How do you see that game going? Arsenal, Man City. But as I said, look, and for Ozil, man, well, he's. I mean, you see, the thing about it is like it's 300,000. Because on one, I'm like, also, you're wasting your time here. You're not gonna get picked. They're not putting you in the squad. Force a move and go to another club. But it's like it's 300,000 a week, man. It's 300,000 a week. It's too much money. It's way too much money, man. It's way too much money to reject and to sneeze at, man. Um, so you just have to keep it all the way 100, man. Gotta keep it all the way 100, all the way 100, man. Um, look, it's 300,000, man. Actually, look, where let me see where these guys are playing. Oh. So the game is at the Etihad, is it? Manchester City. Because if it's at the Etihad, Arsenal still have a chance because City are crap at the Etihad. Yeah, it's at the Etihad tomorrow 5:30. Um, so okay, look, let's talk Man City Arsenal, man. Let's talk Man City Arsenal. Um, Arsenal are looking alright. Arsenal looking alright, and this would be a great game to put Partey into. And I've always said I'm very surprised by how well um, Arteta has done with Arsenal. Because I didn't believe in the dude. I was like, he has no managerial experience. Arsenal needed help, and because Arsenal needed a lot of help based on how Emery left the club, how will Arteta be able to get these guys moving in the right direction with so much stuff that's messed up? But Homeboy has been able to say what's up. 2 trophies, and they've started very well into the season, and they have a very clear plan. And I'll keep it real with you. If we're doing the battle of the rookies, Arteta, Lampard, Solskjaer, I think it goes Arteta, then Lampard, and then Solskjaer right there. Like Arteta, I think he is the best out of those group of rookies because I'm just surprised by just how well he's been able to really create an effective identity for this team to have. Um, Man City worry me, and I think that you look at that Leeds game. And I always knew that Leeds would cause them issues, but I was surprised by how many issues that Leeds were able to cause them. But it's about matchups. So you see, it's basically about matchups, and the thing about it is that the Leeds was always a bad matchup for Man City. That was always that was always a bad matchup. So once Leeds were able to now say what's up and move the ball around, you know, that was now able that was how you were now able to now say what's up. If Arsenal defend deep, put men behind, and they just go out and actually play City and allow City to play, City will beat them. And how City have always beaten Arsenal is they've allowed City to play. They've allowed City to really operate. They've allowed City to really move the ball around, pass the ball around, and so forth. So from that point of view, it depends on the tactic that Arsenal have. So if you're City, City only play one way. They only play one way, and that is, we'll keep the ball, pass the ball around, use the ball a lot, loads of passes, try to get that ball to the front three, looking for overlaps, so forth. Passing, attrition of passing. So for Arsenal, they now have to go out and play. Because if Arsenal now defend deep and allow City to come at them, you're playing into their hands. Why did Leicester City say what's up? They attacked them through speed and being direct. So they took the game to them. So for Arsenal, again, you can't be too open. Okay, you can't be too open and just throw all the guys forward. But I think Arsenal have to play with a bit more courage and fearlessness. And here's the thing. It's the thing. The Etihad ain't a fortress. Okay. Etihad ain't no fortress. You can pimp them at the Etihad. Wait a minute. Yeah. Leicester City pimped them at the Etihad. 5Gs. So, if anything, Arsenal, you should feel confident in this game. Because if Leicester City can make them hold 5, bruh, because you have the speed of Aubameyang. And I think how Arsenal use Aubameyang will be very key in how they win this game. For City, Mendy worries me. And I think City have to see Pep. You have to have a plan B, bruh. You have to have a plan B. I get what his philosophy is. His philosophy is, my plan A is so good. My plan A pops off so much. I don't need to change. It's like I don't need to change. It's like my plan A pops off so much, I can ride. But bro, there is only so far your plan A can go. There's only so far that your plan A can go, and I think that he has to have a defensive plan for what Arteta could use with Aubameyang. Because remember, when they met in the FA Cup, who said what's up? Because Arteta, see, here's the thing, and that's what we saw in the FA Cup. Arteta knows Pep, and Pep doesn't change. So Arteta knows that he can tweak and change because he knows the strengths and the weaknesses, and he knows the drills that Pep's City team goes through. But on the adverse, Pep is not going to change. Pep never changes for the opposition. Sometimes, see, here's the weird thing. He does, but in the most obscure ways, like Leon. Why? Why did you go to a back three against Leon? A team who you're far superior to in a one-off CL game. Why? For one reason. So, but this is one of those games where you don't have to change everything, but you have to have a defensive plan for the speed of Aubameyang. You have to. So, no. Look, it's my neighbors, man. My neighbors knocked on the ceiling because I was always like, look, I've got neighbors upstairs, man. You see, my thing about it is how this game's gonna go. It's tricky. It's tricky. I feel that I feel City will win this game. I feel City will win this game but Arsenal will cause them issues. You see, I don't know, man. Because I see City still making a lot of the same defensive mistakes. I don't know whether Pep will address it. So put it this way: City win this game by virtue of their attackers executing. Like against Leeds, if they had gotten that second or third goal and put Leeds away, boom. So City win this if I think they will dominate the first 15 minutes. They will dominate. They'll have more possession and they will control the game for the first 15 minutes. So if in those first 15 minutes, they don't get they're not if they're not 2-0 up, then it allows Arsenal to get back in the game. So Arsenal know that, okay, let's just stay in the game and keep it as a 1-goal deficit moving forward. Because if we can do that, then we can ride. So for Man City, whether it's De Bruyne, Mahrez or so forth, if they can put 2-3 past Arsenal, let's just say, to be safe, 2-0. After 15 minutes, it's 2-0. I think that will play into City's hands, and I don't see Man City letting go of a 2-0 lead. I don't see that happening. For Arsenal, if they're going to keep it at 1-0, keep it tight, and then shift to the momentum, just keep themselves in the game. So just keep it as 0-0 or at worst 1-0, they'll have the momentum. Then it's about being smart and using the movement of Aubameyang. Similar to what they did in the FA Cup. Because what they did in the FA Cup was sit back deep, defend, let these guys come on, bring them on, and then we can now come back and say what's up. And then we're just going to hit them on the counter. And for Pep, it is the MO. They will always give you the counter. They will always give you that counter. So, this is the thing. Oh, so standings that. So if we're now looking at this match right now, I'm gonna say prediction 2-1 Man City. 2-1 Man City, yes. 2-1. Man City win 2-1. Man City win 2-1. I think their quality will edge out the Arsenal, man. It will edge out the Arsenal. All right. I told you guys, I have these neighbors, man, because whenever I speak thingy, they start smacking down, man. Bro, my roof is a brick. My roof is a brick because the roof isn't very thin. So obviously, like the sound travels, and also I think my room here is quite spacious, and basically, so it's now 12 a.m. So obviously, guys have early work tomorrow, and you know what? See, I'm in a place that's so quiet that, you know what, do unto others how you want it to be done to yourself. I appreciate the quietness of this neighborhood that I'm in. So I'm like, you know what, guys, I'll be cool, man. I'll try and keep things on the lay low, man. So that's the thing, man. So you gotta respect these quiet neighbors, man. Yeah, the dog. Yeah. So basically, It's a flat that's in a house. So basically, it's like a house building. So I think there are like one, two. So there are about, so in this kind of section of the building, there are about, I think, 8 flats. So obviously, there's one. So obviously, these people are just um up ahead of me right now. So obviously, that's the thing. Oh, so you guys actually heard the so the knock was actually that loud, man. Wow, jeez, man. Yeah, man. Thanks for the congrats, 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 man. Your boy doing his thing, man. Road to 50,000, man. That's the next thing. Road to 50,000. Road to 50,000, man. That's my thing right now. It's we are building the football hot army. Okay, we are carefully building the football hot army. Thanks, bro. Thanks for the 20,000, man. Thanks for the 20,000, man. No, look, is what it is, man. These. Look, these neighbors, they need to chill, man. Okay, because they see very soon. I'll be telling my neighbors about the context because they don't know about the context crack. Once my neighbors know about the context crack, then they will know. Then they will realize the power of your boy HH, man. Um. Oh yes, I think years ago, um, um, he um, he actually like yeah because I remember like years ago he actually contacted me and I was like, oh yo guys, let's do something, man. Let's do something. I was like, okay, yeah, let's ride, man. Let's ride. So it ended up not happening. But I think I still have like his Twitter contacts, man. Um, bro, I'm not moving to a farm, bro. Because I told you I went to school in the English countryside. I think I, I think I'll stay in the city. Okay, I think I'll stay in the city after going to school in the English countryside. I think I'll stay in the city, bro. That's my main thing. Oh, so what's this dude saying to me now? Oh, okay. Wait. Let me see. So what's this up? I'm coming. Wait. Yeah. Okay, I think this is the knock. Wait. Oh, yeah. No. Basically, that's what basically sent me the clip where the neighbors basically like that's my yeah. Is the is a knock, but no, trust me because the Playboy Mansion is coming very soon. I told you once we get to 50K, once it gets to 50K, we'll have the full on Playboy Mansion, and then the content crack will be full on. The content crack will be full on. But no, yeah, I'll post it on Twitter. Don't worry. The content crack will be full on. Trust me. Okay, the content crack is going to be full on. I'm 100%, man. So your boys can't be. He cannot be pulled down. On. So what's I gonna say now? So what are we having right now? What are we having right now? What do you guys think? Do you think it was fair that Napoli had a point deducted and Juventus were given the 3-0 win because they didn't play the match due to their players having COVID? Because for me that is ridiculous. That is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, that's a joke. Like, my thing is, wait, Juventus, why can't you just reschedule the why don't you reschedule the freaking game? That makes no sense. So, you know that we are living in a COVID situation and we're living with things with coronavirus. Can't you just say that, man, okay, we accept it. You may have COVID cases and so forth. We're now going to, we're happy to reschedule. We're happy to reschedule. So the fact that Juventus, they went out, they trained, they put their people out and so forth, knowing knowing full well that nobody was going to come and play. For me, that's just wild. Like, that's just completely and utterly wild that they would do that, man. Um, messed up, messed up. Juve don't have integrity. Juve should have not played either. You see, my thing is, look, I'm not here to talk about corruption or they're buying the league or so forth, because why do you have to buy the league when you've won the league 9 times in a row? Why? You don't have to buy the league there. But my thing is, you can't reschedule. So Juve, is that you are fearful that you would lose to Napoli? Like, all I ask Juventus is reschedule. They had COVID cases. They didn't want to fly in fear of COVID cases. Reschedule. So why wouldn't you reschedule? So for me, I find that wild, because this isn't a case of how, Napoli made a mistake or they're being irresponsible. They had too many COVID cases and they didn't want to risk it because, sorry, we are in a pandemic. Okay? We are living in a pandemic right now. So because we're living in a pandemic right now, they didn't want to risk it. So what are we saying? You know? Yeah, no. For me, that's just wild, man. That's just completely and honestly wild, man. Um, Look, as I said again, Juve are winning this season, but for me, at least win on the pitch. You- if you're gonna do 10 in a row, please do 10 in a row on the pitch. Don't do 10 in a row like in some kind of weird roundabout way, man. But for me, that's because Napoli are looking good. My boy Victor Osimhen is not scoring, but they're looking good. Like, both games, 6 points. Now they're on 5 points, been given an L. That's nah, man. That's messed up. So, do you know how sick that is? Not only are they given a loss, also a points deduction. That's messed up. That is really, really messed up. You know, that is really, really messed up, man. Um, Wait, how do I? Let me even look more on this, man. Because, see, no, Napoli, you have to protest. You have to protest. So you say, um, so this is what they've said right now. What are we doing here? Uh, have always respected rules and the law. We await the verdict of the appeal, confident that justice will be done. Yeah, man, it's wild, man. No, see, that's funny, man. If let's say Juve win the league by like 8 points or 3 points, guys were like, look at what happened. See, and also, and you just know that something like that is probably going to happen. Something like that is just probably going to happen. Like they win it by 2 points, and guys said, so what if Napoli? Because if this if this game went ahead, bro, Napoli could very easily, because Napoli are on form. Napoli are on form and Napoli are looking good. So Napoli could have easily beaten you Juventus, or at the very least gotten a draw. you know. So, but the annoyance is this was a game I was looking forward to. Fair enough, it didn't happen. Reschedule. So now we're not. So now we're only going to have one Juve Napoli game for the year. You know, it's and do you know what I believe? I believe that Juventus were probably so angry that they lost to Napoli in the Coppa Italia, and nearly just said, "Bruh, mates, just take, take this ched, take this ched, and sort us out, man. Give us that dub, give us that dub." So, how many goals do you reckon Osimhen will get this season? Hard to say, man. New league, new team, needs to acclimatize to the whole vibe and stuff. Cause I want my guy to live. I want my guy to ride. I want him to ride. So we're looking at, to be safe. Let's just be safe. Let's just be safe. I'm saying I'll say like 14 Gs. 13 to 14 Gs. That's what I'm thinking. Like 13 to 14 Gs, just to be on the safe side. Just to be on the safe side. Okay. You know what? As much as I've said I will not. Tell me. Let's say I'm like you're in the salesman room. This is like Dragon's Den. Tell me one good reason. Pitch TikTok to me. Tell me why Half-Hope should get TikTok. Because for me, it's one of the dumbest things I've ever seen in my life. It's completely stupid. But I'm open-minded. So why should Half-Hope, the greatest football analyst in history, give in and join TikTok, tick, tick, tick? Because the only TikTok I realize is a clock. So that's my thing, man. You know. Wait, you can make money. How do you make money on TikTok? No, isn't no TikTok is like um isn't TikTok like TikTok is like what? Instagram. That's what it is. Yeah, so because I like basically like TikTok is like it's just like a regular kind of Instagram kind of feed kind of thingy, man. Um, ticked. Oh, because of ads, man. You know what? What I might do, I might just join TikTok for a week. So I'll give TikTok a week. If it's too much of a break, I'll then delete, because I'm losing nothing joining it for a week. So I'll join it for a week, see what it's like. Then I'll pop off. Then I'll pop off. Um, so okay. But what stuff is on TikTok? That's what I want to know. Like, what kind of stuff do people post on TikTok? See, and bro, that's my fear. Because it's almost like when I used to one of my first jobs was street fundraising. And when I was like a street fundraiser, I was pretty much like the oldest dude there. I was like, all right, this is wrong. So maybe TikTok are for like younger merchants, you know. So you see, if I was a coach or a manager, I would rest Maguire because everyone says, "Oh no, Maguire should play through. She should play through. He should play through it." If it was me, I would be like, this guy needs to be out of the limelight for a while. Give him like a week rest or something. Let him just sit back, think, do some meditation to get him back in. He's playing badly. He is playing like crap. And he isn't one of these players that's, oh, he's indispensable, because you have those indispensable players who, even if they're playing like crap, they have to play. They have to play. Because you just need them to be on the pitch. And eventually, based on their talent, they'll come good. You know, it's like when Salah was going through that bad spell for Liverpool. They're like, no, don't bench him. He has to play. He'll play through it because of his talent. He'll come good. Or when like Rio Ferdinand was like struggling for a bit, it's Rio. He'll come good. You know, it's killing. He'll come good. Even Van Dijk, people was like, oh, Van Dijk, he'll come good. But Maguire isn't an elite player. He isn't a top player. So you saying, oh no, he'll now go back to to what? Because people don't give enough credit to Lindelof. Because people say, oh no, the reason why United had one of the best defensive records last season was because of Maguire. Maguire was a part of it. I've always believed that Lindelof is a better defender. Lindelof has always been the better defender to Maguire. But English hype. That's what it is. English flipping hype, man. So that's the thing, man. The best thing to do is basically, yeah, the key thing to do and the best thing to do is rest the flipping dude, man. Rest of the flipping dude. Or maybe this will be the last one that I'll ride out, man. Maguire or Kepa, who is the bigger flop? Kepa. Kepa. Yeah. Yeah. Because when you look at the money spent, the price paid, yeah, I mean, you've got to say it's Kepa, man. It's Kepa, like it's Kepa. It's not good, man. You know, so like for them, because I still don't believe that they spend that amount of money for the dude, man. I still refuse to believe that they spent all of that. But if they did, and they spent all that money, not good, man. Not good at all. Negativo. So, yeah, I mean, Kepa has been a disaster. Because for Kepa, it's like shoot and you will score. Shoot and you will score. That's the issue. Guys, again, thank you for all those who've tuned into this, man, for this 20,000 celebration, man. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the haters. I appreciate the bricks and all of you. You guys, it's an honor to really give you guys that stuff, and I am looking to take things to the next level. Keep building, keep building, keep building. So guys, keep sharing, keep saving the vid, sharing the vid, liking the vid. Tell a friend, tell a girlfriend, tell a dog, tell a cactus, tell a chimpanzee, tell a fetus, But yeah, as I said, I feel it's a duty for me to entertain you guys and give you guys that great. And hopefully, guys, road to 50,000, 60,000, 70,000, man. And then, but yeah, man, thank you for the support. I really appreciate the support, and I just hopefully, touch wood, this Football Hot family, we can move to bigger and greater things. Peace out. Stay true. Stay real. Stay sexy. And your boys out. Peace. Thanks for watching the vid. And remember to head to the official website for the latest on my blog, rankings, breaks, and the Hall of Fame on halffootballhot.com.